Hi, Bill Jones from Turntastic Wood Designs. Last time I did a video on my dust collector system, and you can see that video here. I thought I would do a quick shop update today to show you the duct work that I did. I originally was thinking of going with Schedule 20 PVC. It's light and simple to work with. But I went to my home center and they don't carry it anymore. Apparently 3 or 4 years ago they stopped manufacturing it. They've got some kind of triple walled thing and I'm not really familiar with it. So I went ahead and went with metal ducting. It's not too bad to work with. You can't cut yourself on it if you're not careful. And you have to use a special tape to tape up the seams, but I'll show that as we go along. I didn't want to have a pipe laying across the floor that I'd always be tripping over, so I ran up to the ceiling and across to an area where I can service 3 machines with a single drop. So from that drop I can service my jointer, my planer, and my table saw, just with a couple of T's and 3 blast gates. Now you can see here I had to use a lot of that foil tape to cover every joint, especially around the T's. I found that the manufacturing process of those was pretty poor, so that they leaked pretty bad, so I had to put a lot of tape on them. It looks pretty ugly, but it works really well. I have a second run that goes around on the back wall under my lumber rack. It runs first to my lathe. Having a dust collector for a lathe when you're turning isn't all that much help because the chips are so heavy they don't go into the dust collector. But when you're sanding on it, it is invaluable because that fine dust all gets sucked up into that dust collector and it saves a lot of dust from flying in the air. I built a simple shroud around the back of my chop saw. It's pretty straightforward. It's just a piece of plywood on the bottom, another on the top, and then a piece of hardboard that is bent around in an arc to the arc that the chop saw can go. Then I could hook up a hose to the bottom of the shroud. I just used a standard register connection after I cut a hole in the bottom of the shroud. I did not hook my bandsaw up to the main dust collector, mostly because of the small port that is on the bandsaw. It's pretty tiny, so I just hook up my shop vac when I use the bandsaw. I also didn't hook up any kind of dust collection to the drill press. Frankly, I can't really figure out a way to do that makes sense, that would actually do any good. If anybody's got any ideas in that area, I'd love to hear it. Please leave me a comment below if you've got an idea and maybe I'll give it a try. And one final thing that really helps an awful lot is this air cleaner that I have hanging from the ceiling. Well, with the ducting all set up and the air cleaner, it should really help a lot in here. Now, no dust collection system is going to get 100% of the dust, but if you get just most of it, that's going to go a long way to making a safer, better working workshop. And it's going to be a lot more fun because you're going to spend a lot less time worrying about the sawdust, cleaning up, and maybe tripping on something when you have a nice clean shop, and be able to spend a lot more time actually working on your projects and doing what you enjoy. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. I'd love to hear from you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, thanks for watching.